Hey guys, what's going on? First of all, I gotta get a drink to start the video. I just got done doing a live hangout thing. Friday's video. Just got done. I'm recording this one. Like I said, I like to be transparent with you guys, what I'm doing on this channel. And, oh, there's a pink bag behind me. I didn't even realize that. That's awesome. Yeah, it's my purse. You like it? Like my purse? It's my purse. Not really. Anyways, let's talk about some music. It's music day here on the Braid Paisley channel. It's time for another edition of Alpha Music, and today we're brought to you by the letter B. And no, I'm not going to say the bad word. Just saying. Anyways, today I got my trusty paper. As you see, nothing on the back, but there is magic on the other side. I have written down notes. So today we're going to be, hopefully I can see that from here, so I don't want to hold the paper because that would be really awkward. But I do write notes for me because this stuff I have to have a lot of information. I like to give you guys a little bit of info about the people I'm going to talk about. This is a really cool series. I really like the series. I think it's going to go way far. I got a notebook in there. I started writing down names. Oh, it's going to be so exciting. The thing I want to talk about kind of briefly is, first of all, if you like music and you like these kind of videos, if you've seen more of my music reviews and stuff in the past, it's basically kind of transitioning into a new kind of a format and things like that. I may repeat some people I talked about. I definitely will. I know I think in C's and D's I'm doing in a few. I already came up with the bands to do, and that's probably what I'm kind of going to do and kind of get the bands ahead of time that I want to do. And I may switch some people out at some point. But pretty much get them down, set to a certain thing. And what I'm going to do is kind of write them down in this notebook so I'll know what ones I've done. Very, very cool. But some of the older videos, I'm going to go back, and you may see some videos disappear. So don't be surprised by that. Some of the ones that probably the quality is not as good and the audio is kind of janky, I'm probably going to delete, and I'm probably just going to redo either the bands that were in those. So I know I get a lot of traction on some of the 14 bands, and I kind of hate to delete those. But it may come to that just because the fact is some of the quality is not very good, and I don't want somebody coming across my channel seeing that. And I didn't, for some reason, I had like long hair. My hair got all goofy, and I never combed it, and it looked really crappy. And the audio quality wasn't very good. And now I have a laptop. I have a phone that I can record on. That the video quality is amazing. It's way better than what it was back then. I didn't know really how to project myself. I didn't know how to shoot a video, to be honest. I just turned the camera on, recorded. I know, it's pretty much the same. I know. Don't give me no crap. You know, you out there. You're going to give me shit, all right? You're going to give me shit, aren't you? Anyways, let's get to it. The letter B, the first one up is Billy Idol. Billy Idol, he was in a band called, I learned some cool stuff, actually. 81, he made his debut. He released his first EP as Billy Idol, but kind of a little backstory beforehand. I didn't write down his real name. If you want to look that information up, go look it up yourselves. I didn't really care about that. But he was in a band called Generation X, and there's 3 albums out of them. I may look them up and see about them. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know if I really care. There was a link on Spotify, though, so it kind of gets me. It kind of got me. Gets me interested, wanting to look it up. But anyway, he was in a band like that. They broke up. But in 81, he made his debut. And I think in that one, it was, I don't remember what song he debuted. Oh, I think it was, had some other songs on it, but I think I had the cover of somebody's Moni Moni song, which, it's okay. Not the greatest song. I don't really care for it. It's okay. Moni Moni is one of his songs and he also made that song famous, other than that guy. But he had some great songs. I've always had a thing for Billy Idol. He kind of reminds me of, I'm trying to think of a singer. Oh, I know. Kind of like Danzig in kind of a way. He reminds me, just in the sense of his vocals are kind of rough, but most of their songs kind of sound the same, but you kind of like his voice no matter what. So that's where kind of like it gets to me. He's kind of a rocker, but he's kind of in the pop world. Danzig's not that. I'll tell you that. Danzig's not that. Um, but kind of in the sense of how what kind of vocalists they are and things like that. But Billy Idol's I enjoy. He had songs, White Wedding, Rebel Yell, Dancing with Myself. I didn't even know he did Cradle of Love. That's an awesome song. But his voice is just so cool. Like, if you haven't heard Billy Idol, you got to check out some of his stuff. Listen to the top hits. Cradle of Love wasn't even in the top hits, which is really, really weird. And Dancing with Myself, I think, was in the top hits. But Cradle of Love was not. But if you listen to Cradle of Love, you'll know which song it is. And Moni Moni wasn't even in his top hits on Spotify, so it was really weird. Because you thought it would be. But Cradle of Love is actually, you'll know that song. You've heard it before. And I know I've heard it in movies before. They said what movie it was in. I can't remember what movie it was in. It was in some movie. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's been in a couple movies, honestly. I think like each decade, somebody uses Cradle of Love for them. And Rebel Yell and White Wedding, good God, that's in like everything. And I heard Dancing with Myself on some movie. I can't remember what movie it was though. But yeah, I remember getting a long time ago. I used to buy CDs on eBay. I think I talked about this numerous times. But I used to buy CDs on eBay. I used to rip them, and then sell the originals back on the eBay. And Devil's Playground was actually one of those CDs. It's this 2005 album. And it was okay. It wasn't the greatest thing ever. But like I said, his voice is intriguing. And anything that he sings on is somewhat intriguing. And you're going to find some songs on there that are decent. Just like I said, just kind of like Danzig is kind of the same way, where I like his voice. And anything he sings, I would definitely like. If I find a Danzig CD and it says, like, ooh, oh, The Devil Rises, or some kind of weird name for the CD, I would be all over it. I'd be like, oh, Danzig CD, I'm going to buy it. I don't care what it says. Like, there'd be a couple that I've had before that if I bought it, I'd know it wasn't that great. But yeah. Yeah. But anyways, Billy Idol, really cool. Not really doing much. His synopsis was so huge, his history, that I would give you more information, but a lot of it is just like him having personal problems, him being in a motorcycle accident, him being, just things happening to him in his life when things just weren't working out, trying to get different people to back him up so he can have a band and go out and tour. Just different things like that, and it just hadn't worked out for him. And he keeps releasing like a bunch of greatest hits. I keep on telling, like literally, I think like every 5 years, a new greatest hits CD comes out of Billy Idol, and maybe sometimes he puts like 2 new tracks on there and releases another greatest hits. Crazy. Yeah, that's Billy Idol. Check him out. Number 2, Barenaked Ladies. For some reason, I knew I was going to put them on this. They were the one band I'm like, yep, they're going on this. And there's another band that I knew I was going to put on this. But Barenaked Ladies, not because of the name, it's just, I haven't talked about them, and I kind of want to talk about them. So Ed Robertson is the lead singer for Barenaked Ladies. And basically what this band started was, they are from Canada. I don't think I knew that. I knew they were from Canada. I thought they were just some guys from North America. My chair is going to fall apart. The seat cushion is like, the chair is sitting here. I need to switch it with one of these chairs, but I haven't. But I can't switch it with here because the kids sit here. But I need to switch it before I record. Anyways, well, Barenaked Ladies started in Canada. They're from Canada. Anyways, and I kind of forgot they did the Big Bang Theory theme song currently. They did the theme song for it. Anyways. But I remember one week, and that's the only song I could remember that they did. Upon listening, and one week came out in 1998. So before then, there's a lot to read about Barenaked Ladies. If you want to see their history, go Wikipedia or go to Spotify and hit about. Good Lord. Basically, what you need to know is they used to tour colleges a lot. That's kind of how they got popular. And then, Canada's mayor was kind of offended by their name. So that kind of picked up publicity as well. It got in the news about that. And they kind of just started to garner, all this stuff from touring and stuff like that. And then they started hitting the U.S. and started touring the U.S. and stuff. And they finally just kind of got noticed. So they got signed to a deal. The rest is history. 1 week. There you go. And I think they had other CDs out before 1 week. I don't remember. 98 is when 1 week came out, though. I'm pretty sure is why I wrote that down. I think so. But 1 week was not the only hit they had. I totally did not know this was them, but Pinch Me, you won't know it by the name of the song. I mean, maybe you do, but Pinch Me is also a hit that they had on the radio. I remember hearing it, or VH1, whatever. If I had $1 million, who doesn't know that song? You heard that a lot. I didn't know that was Barenaked Ladies. And also, they had one that was on the same CD as 1 week that I totally forgot about, which was It's All Been Done. And I kind of didn't remember that, but I'm pretty sure that was a hit as well. I think they had 3 off that original, but one was kind of just like a single they released, and just probably because of 1 week, it got popular. But it probably wasn't the greatest song in the world. I can't remember what it was though. But I remember seeing the CD so many times. I remember those 2 songs, and I thought all 3 songs were on like the little sticker. It may have been the 2 songs I mentioned. I don't know. I could be wrong. But anyways, Barenaked Ladies, I wanted to put them on this list. If you haven't checked out any of Barenaked Ladies, you should definitely check it out. I'm going to try and put links down below, but if I get busy and I don't have the time to put the links down below, do not kill me. Do not hate me. I'm going to try and put one of the singles that I talked about in the video, or, try and put probably the song I rather prefer of each group, probably in a link below the video. Now, if I don't do the links right, I apologize. I'm still kind of learning how to do that kind of stuff and technical stuff on YouTube, so bear with me on that. Number 3, Braid Paisley. So I went into this going, starts with a B. It's an easy way out. It's country. I can kind of throw some country on here. And I just got done watching the CMAs with my wife, and I told her I'm not a huge fan of Braid Paisley. I totally did not know what all he's saying. And that always comes with some of the people that I'm really not a huge fan of. Braid Paisley is one of those. He came out in 1999. He debuted as a country star in the mainstream. A lot of weird history. Basically, what you need to know about him is that he started singing, I believe. He started performing when he was younger in church. He performed for a radio station for a long time. He went to college, I believe, and he interned for, I'm going to say Arista, but I think I'm wrong. Something else. He worked for an intern at a label or whatever. But all this whole entire time, he continued to do music and do songwriting and stuff like that. So he got into it. But this guy did his stuff, and even if he doesn't have a hand in creating music, I think he's going to be in the music industry, late down the road later anyway. He's going to probably sign people and make money that way. So I think we're not going to get rid of Braid Paisley. He's going to be around a long time. But he sold tons of records. He's like a hit maker. He's a hit machine. He just keeps popping out hits. Like every time you think that this guy's going to fail, he comes out with a #1 hit, and he just continues to go and go and go. He's had so many records go platinum. It seems like he's been going. This is now his 2nd decade that he's in, and he's continuing to make hits, which is amazing. I had to give him props for that. But the songs that I like of his is "She's Everything." "She's Everything" is the name of the song. And "Whiskey Lullaby." I love those songs. All the other songs, you could take them. Not a huge fan. Those 2 songs I really enjoy of his. If you like I say, he's kind of a bland country guy, but every once in a while he can pull that song out of his butt that I kind of would probably like. And I haven't really listened to a whole lot of them, so a lot of them are probably just songs that people just don't know yet or haven't really listened to a lot. But these 2 songs are "Whiskey Lullaby" is the one I heard about like forever, and I know I've heard "She's Everything." So those songs are just awesome though. But country, if you like country, check him out. Brad Paisley, he's everywhere. If you don't know who he is and you like country, then you're probably not listening to new country. Number 4, another band that I knew I was going to put on this list when I came to the Bees, Butthole Surfers. This band shocked the hell out of me. First of all, reading the thing, Kurt Cobain claimed that they started the grunge music scene because I guess they were around in the underground scene. And I started to listen to some of their songs, and I thought they did that. Oh, that was Crash Test Dummies. Never mind. Sorry. Anyways, that's maybe what I expected. I could have put them in number C, so when I come around back to C, expect Crash Test Dummies to be in there. Anyways, Butthole Surfers, they did a song called Pepper. Did not know that was them. I totally thought that was Beck that did that song. It kind of reminds me of that one song. Loser. No, not Loser. The Odelay. Was that it? The one with the flag in the bowl, or what the hell was I saying? Something about the pole in the bag, or whatever, that song. I thought it was that one. I thought it was kind of reminds me of that song. Anyways, also had a song called Who Was in My Room Last Night. That's an awesome song from Butthole Surfers. Definitely, this band, I don't really have anything else to say about what they sound like. Kind of was grunge, but kind of in a way, what did I think? Like, to me, they kind of sounded like, I had it in my head too, what I was going to say they sounded like, because I'm totally blanking out right now what they sound like, how to explain what they sound like. Oh, no, that's not them. That was some other band I talked about, that I'll be talking about. Probably I'll be talking about them on the 5 Songs You Should Hear. Tomorrow. Recorded that for. Yeah, I don't know. I hate hearing noises in the crap. Anyways, Butthole Surfers. Check them out. It's basically alternative music, but they're really good. They kind of surprised me. They do some hard rock, they do some soft rock, and I guess you kind of call that alternative. I don't really know. I'm kind of unsure what you call alternative music, because sometimes they call like Soundgarden alternative, and I'm like, I don't understand. The last one, I got a lot of information about this last band. It's Bread. Bread is a pretty good band. I've always heard this band. I didn't really exactly, I don't think, knew who they were. David Gates, James Griffin, Rob Royer. Was formed in the early 1970s. In 1973, before that, at one point, Rob Royer left. Larry Nekatol replaced Royer when he left. Then in 1973, they disbanded. And Gates and Griffin are the one that, David Gates and James Griffin are the one that started Bread. So they disbanded in 73, but in 76 they decided to get back together. And at that point they did, I think, 1 or 2 albums more together. And then they had a disagreement again and they broke up again. And this time it kind of ended in they both wanted to take the Bread name and they wanted to make albums with it. Which resulted in a long, drawn-out lawsuit that didn't get solved until 81, 82. I think it said 1982 it got resolved, if I remember right. But until then, they couldn't record under the Bread name. They both went solo. They both used their name. I think they said James Griffin actually had a hit that hit the top 20 chart. He was like number 15 on the top 20 chart. So he was the only one to really have a successful and have a hit under a solo name. But Brett had some great hits, and I'm gonna name I think about 5 of them here. Make It With You, Everything I Own, 6, Guitar Man, Baby I'ma Want You, Lost Without Your Love, Let Your Love Go. And I want to say this is that I think I found an album that doesn't have, I don't think, any of these songs on there. That's called Mama. It sounded amazing. I started to listen to it. I think I listened to about 3 songs off of it. Wow. Like, that album was really, really good. And actually, it kind of didn't sound like the other stuff of these songs I just named. Kind of really didn't sound like it. It kind of sounded like it, but not that. And the funny thing about it is, it's like probably like their 3rd or 4th album. And it was before they disbanded in 73. I think it was. Well, no, it might have been when they came back together. But still, I was like, wow. Like, this band was awesome, dude. Like, they even tried to do, like, they kind of sounded like Southern rock on one of the songs. I'm like, whoa. So I kind of wonder if they were kind of influenced by, like, the bands around them at the time, trying to make that sound and trying to make a comeback. Because I think they came around probably around the time Skinner was coming up and being popular. And they were coming back in '76, probably around the time that Skinner. I don't know around the time. I haven't looked up Skinner. Skinner is probably one of the bands that'll probably be on the Elves when I go to talk, but they'll probably immediately be thrown on there. But Skinner, I know, was up around late '60s. I think early '70s is when they started. So if you think about it, that's probably around the time they were coming up. So I kind of wonder if they got influenced by that. But yeah, there you go. Bread, great stuff. If you haven't heard Bread before, you should definitely check them out. There you go. There's my B alphabet music, whatever you want to call it. My music talk for the day. 5 songs you should hear should be tomorrow. I've already got 1 song, and I think I got another. Yeah, I got 2. I got to write that down so I don't forget the other song, because I know I'm putting that on there. 5 songs you should hear. Album reviews kind of put on hold, but I do have the band. One of the bands I'm going to talk about in the 5 songs I should hear, I really, really enjoyed. And I really want people to know about this band because it's a band I found. They're recently new, I believe. So I want to review their album. I want to talk about them because I want you guys to check them out. They're a really, really cool band. And hey, what band am I talking about? You're going to have to tune in and find out. Probably in a week or so. Probably next week I'll probably do an album review of one of their CDs. You'll have to figure out what it is. Who's it going to be? You have to find out. Who is it? I bet you're thinking. You got no clue. It's a band that nobody even knows about. Guarantee you, it's going to be somebody you never even heard of. If you watch this channel, and if you like music, did I like any of your videos? See, that's another thing too. If you want to know who I'm listening to, but a lot of times the music videos I don't like. There's a few things I like that are local bands or kind of really, really unsigned bands that probably they're not even together anymore. Like, I'll like their videos just because I could do them and put them in the Alpha Music and talk about them because their content's still up and you can go listen to them. It's kind of neat. I do have a few of those bands that are kind of local that I'm going to talk about. But anyways, I got an idea for some other videos coming up this week. Hope you guys enjoy everything. Subscribe to get more content coming to your feed. There you go. Say that. Oh, God. And hope you guys enjoyed everything. Like, comment, subscribe. Keep rocking and keep on listening to music, especially the good stuff. Later, guys.